You just said something that I've never thought of before, and I love that you said it. Aaron Lesage, the Music Bureau, focuses on venue development. I've never heard that expression before. Like, because, I hear, like, DJ development and stuff. But, like, now that I think about it, and now that I think about, like, what you've done at Emberd, that really is venue development, right?
Yeah. Look at what's happened with PCI, Emberd, the live music at American Social, Yalman's, which used to have DJs. I think they used to have DJs back in the day, but now we got DJs there. Hotel Haya. These places had nothing. No, not nothing. Let me rephrase that. They didn't have it on the level as where it is now. Aaron, I talk to him every day, but it's like a lot of times I don't have time to just sit here and chit chat about things because I am in meetings or I'm in meetings with him. With Roe and Hyde Park opening up, and Roe, Jekyll, and Sesame, like he and I have been busy on the back end trying to get the DJs lined up, especially with these are brand new concepts. We have no idea what the direction is. So you have to stop and think and kind of throw things at the wall and see what sticks. Like, what's the vibe? Like, I've curated playlists for Roe and Jekyll and Sesame in the last month, and I submitted them to Three Oaks, and they're like this, I like this, don't like that. I have this idea for that, and you can't take offense to that because it's no one's constructive criticism, but you have to develop the venue. Someone like Three Oaks is already. They've already got their vision. They've got the plans. They've got the build outs. They've have it looking a certain way, but they bring someone like the Music Bureau or anybody that comes in and it's like, hey, we need help. Obviously you got to develop the sound.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you, someone for like Roe, what my original thought is not the direction they want. I thought we were going to go a little bit more chill, vibey, like Miami Ultra Lounge. No, we went a little bit livelier like that. Jekyll could probably be a little bit more chill and all that, but like Sesame as the bagel shop, I have a lo-fi playlist. I told you I just created that. I have a lo-fi playlist. I have more of like a coffee house, melodic EDM vibe, and also have like just like Jack Johnson. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But like then I have that style. Like there's three different, so they can always bounce around to what's going to.
Well, if you send someone a playlist that has Jack Johnson on it, is that implying that that there would be live musicians there playing Jack Johnson? No.
It's just a playlist that they're going to play through the speakers during hours.
Okay.
No,
okay.
No. That's what I mean by that. No, because you can't have DJs or live musicians all day long. So it's you got to develop the back sound. Like
right.
I did one for Stone's Throw recently. The old one was a lot of reggae, which love reggae, but it was the old reggae, the Bob Marley reggae, which. We've all heard that crap a million times.
Fuck Bob Marley.
I can't say fuck Bob Marley. Redemption songs are my favorite song. But yes, fuck Bob Marley. No, I'm kidding.
That guy sucks.
All right. Well, we now know the end of this podcast. Graham Radio will cease to exist after this because he just said fuck Bob Marley. No. So I took that and I was like, all right, well, I love reggae, and that Stone's Throw outside of Armature is it's not a beach bar, but it's you're on the river. It's they sell there's seafood. It's more relaxed.
I've seen live musicians there.
Well, we do live musicians there also,
right?
But can't have that all the time. So you have the playlist. So I was like, well, I love Revolution, I love Iration, Dirty Heads. I was like, well, we're younger. Well, I'm not, but the younger vibes coming there. So let's
wait. So I want to ask something because I was unaware of this. Does the Music Bureau provide venues with playlists?
Yes.
I did not know that was an aspect of the Music Bureau.
Yes.
How does that work? Do you send them like a private playlist or something?
Yeah. No. So what way I've been doing it for Three Oaks is they created a specific Spotify login, and I have access to it. So I right now I think I have 20-something playlists on it. Stillbach, has about Stillbox got 4, Stone Throw's got 1, but I'm about to build another one for them. Inbird's got 2, Rose got 4, Jekyll's got 3, Sesame's got 3. And what I do is I just go in and I just build out these playlists, and now we're using this new app, and I just found it. It's called Soundtrack Your Playlist, or Soundtrack. I can't remember what it's, Soundtrack something. It literally allows you to schedule when these playlists change.
Ooh.
And because that was the issue we were having. We had one Spotify, but we were trying to run multiple venues off one Spotify. You can't do that. You can't. And so we didn't want to have literally 10 different logins plus whatever 3 Oaks starts growing to, or in other venues. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna look into it. I wish I could show you what it looks like, but you can just go on YouTube. But you literally build these playlists in Spotify, and this app will take your Spotify playlist, allow you to schedule them, so they automatically
Wow.
play.
I mean, if I were an 18, 19-year-old kid and I just wanted to like make good passive income using music, I would go to as many bars and restaurants as possible, like whether or not you're in Tampa or wherever you are in the world. I would go into as many bars and restaurants as possible and say, hey, do you want to stop thinking about what music you play?
Yeah, no, completely correct.
I will literally make your playlists. I will continuously refresh them,
Yep.
and I'll make sure that they're always playing. I want to take extra thinking off of your to-do list.
Well, that's
fun.
what that's something like the Music Bureau. That's what we do in the entertainment scene, not just playlists. Like we go to a venue. You want to take, hey, you might not know anything about DJs. You might not know anything about live music. Let us take that responsibility for you. We will manage it. That's what we are. That's what the Music Bureau is. It's a management company. Now, in the sense of we will help assign DJs or live musicians to a certain shift or to a gig. And it's just
And you like very recently. I mean, you've been a part of the Music Bureau for a long time, but
I've been a
recently,
part of Music Bureau before Music Bureau.
Okay.
It was 5 Entertainment. Then it was more of a social media company before 5. Like I've been with, as we talked about last time I was on the show. Aaron Lesage has been a part of my life since 2010, 2011. I can't remember exactly when we actually became friends.
yeah, you posted a recent picture of
Yeah. Babies.
LeCam before it was LeCam.
Yeah, that
Babies.
that was 2012.
That's crazy.
I know, and a lot of people are like, "You used to be so skinny." I'm like, "Well, great." Now
Well,
No,
well,
friends.
go fuck yourself.
yeah. I mean, I'm 34 now. I was 22 then. Like, we all changed. There's a lot more grays here now.
Oh, you still look great.
So yeah, and your ranking in the Music Bureau just like went up because like now you're managing the artists, right? How is that?
Love it.
Yeah.
It can be stressful. I don't have the near stress that like Aaron Lesage has, or even Ken Apperson, because it's luckily DJs we do more than just press play, but it's a lot easier. I don't have the stress level, but it can be some work. You have to think. It's not like you just do it on the fly. Like I'm building out I build out the schedules for what 8 venues now every month, and you got to make sure you don't miss something. We actually just had you saw the message earlier about Roe. One of our DJs goes, that it says 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., right? I'm like, yep, you get a full day of work. No, I messed up. I didn't put the right time in, and because I'm building this out for the first time, so I don't have templates set or anything like that. So I made a mistake.
Make sure you're talking more.
Sorry,
There you're good. You're good.
Put my mouth on right now.
Just put it in your mouth. Yes.
See, I'm used to just hanging it right here.
Yeah.
And now my arm's getting tired. Kidding. No, but I don't have templates, so I made a mistake, and that's what I have to do. I have to make sure once I get all these shifts out and gigs out that they're all templated, like the ones that we've had. But now it's like I have to make sure I got them all out. The other day, I think I missed Saturday. Not the other day, but it's done now. But Saturdays at Heights Public Market at Armature, I forgot to put them up. I thought I had them up. And it was only like a day after I did it, but it's just there's a lot on the back end that a lot of people don't see. Now, what I do is completely easy compared to what Aaron does or Piper does or Ken who does live music. There's so much more they have to do. Like I said, DJs are a lot easier. Thank God.
Yeah, like I mean, one thing about DJs versus live music is with DJs, in some situations, all you need to bring is a teeny tiny little USB that's connected to your keys. You know,
you just press play.
Yeah, we just press play.
Yeah.
The one thing that I love about being a DJ is that I can just show up to a venue and just like press play and then just like dance around for like a couple hours.
I mean, have you not seen me on a Thursday?
It's great.
Just bouncing around. But you're right though, but that's also a beautiful thing about being a DJ. We were talking about back to backs in the group chat today on the Music Bureau group chat.
Yeah, oh my God, I love that.
But that's what it is. It's great. Like you can literally, what did you do Thursday? I didn't ask you to come play on Thursday, but not in a bad way. I didn't ask you. I show up and you're DJing. I'm like, I love that. Go throw a thumb drive in. And that was what, honestly, this past Thursday was one of my favorite days. Once we announced that we were opening, it was 2 o'clock. I think me and you were talking 2 or 3 o'clock when they actually announced that we were going to be open that night. Yeah. Flyers started going out. Next thing you know, my phone's blowing up. Everybody's like, "Is this for real? Is Ember really back open on Thursdays?" And I was like, that honestly, that made me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Being down just one Thursday was actually kind of nice. I went on vacation. I was sober. It was great. But to see the response when we opened back up, when we announced the opening, literally 5 hours before we were open, was boom. So then Chaz, the owner of Mbird, he was like, "Hey, I know we don't really have any guests. We weren't sure we're going to be open. All your past DJs, hit them up, like local guys, hit them up, tell them post a flyer, come in and play." I mean, not verbatim, but that's what I took. So obviously Josue is going to play. Then Carl Lewis, actually Juice Cartel, Eve from Juice Cartel is like, "Hey, can the boys come play?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Probably 30, 45 minutes, Josh Wood. Then I show up and you're there. And I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted the boys or girls, our future DJ over here.
Yeah.
The homies.
But I wanted the homies.
So I do want to talk about me and Amanda's venture, Honey Bucket, into DJing.
Hey, but
so
before real quick, I just noticed Levi's not part of the Blinky party right now.
I'm not part of the Blinky
Why are
party.
you
No.
snuggled up with us?
I'm so cold.
You can definitely tell in Florida when the weather changes 1 degree. We're all like, let's get blankets. It's cold.
Flannel.
So
We're not Portland, Oregon.
now that it's sub 90 degrees, we need very thick blankets here. In line with what you're saying with the great job that you've been doing at Mbird.
Oh, thanks.
Host. I got.
Oh God. I don't want to see this.
I got a little something. I mean, call it a gift from me and Josue, me and DJ Unknown.
I'm scared to even look. I really don't, because you're gonna see my raw reaction right now, and I hate surprises.
How amazing is that?
Yes.
Oh my.
I told you a mug was on the way.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
That is great.
Yes.
Wait, Amanda, take a picture of that. Take a picture of that. World's best boss.
I love it.
Isn't that amazing?
Can I pour my electrolytes in here?
Fuck yeah, you can.
Okay, yeah. Well, while I'm doing this, can we explain the thing about you and Amanda DJ group, since I interrupted you?
So, Amanda and I, we are in love, and she recently moved in, which is very wonderful.
Yeah, we have boxes all around us. This place is a nightmare.
Don't mind the TV laying on the ground.
Yeah, and in front of you. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, you can't really see, but I have a great coffee table right here.
It's wonderful. So,
I have a funny story about that too.
a coffee table?
Yeah, but we talk about you for a second.
Okay. So, Amanda and I were, I try to teach Amanda how to DJ. a boyfriend to Amanda. It's like
As a DJ boyfriend.
As a DJ
you're
boyfriend.
teaching me how to DJ.
yes, as a DJ
Yes.
boyfriend.
You
I'm
never
teaching
know
her
when
how to
she's
DJ.
going to need to do an emergency press play.
Yeah. you
Exactly.
never know.
Exactly.
I pay attention when all of y'all are DJing. I'm
So,
watching. I'm learning.
She is but also you're like sitting in front of here and doing
Yes,
it. Yeah,
yes,
like
I
you're
am.
here putting in the work.
Yes.
So when we first started dating, we thought it would be funny to come up with a name for our DJ duo. And the name was
We had Nugget for
We-
a long time.
we had Nugget for a long time,
Yep, we
which
had
is very
Nugget.
cute.
That
Very-
is a
very cute.
Yeah, cute.
And then about a month ago, we were in Colorado seeing Fish, Phish, Fish, for 3 nights of Fish.
Yeah, it was very fun. Oh man, that was fun.
I would
me
I would have literally rather go play in traffic than listen to Fish.
You know, you say that.
No, I mean that.
Okay. The thing is, though, when you're there,
In person.
it's a different story. When you're there, you're like, huh? Like, this is...
No, give me.
That's not possible.
Give me string cheese incident over Fish all day.
Are you going to Hula? Any chance you're going to Hula? No? Okay, yeah. Me and Amanda are seeing like 7...
We have
show-
Mike Piper's Productions Halloween Carnival.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, we will be seeing string cheese. Siri, not right now. Okay, anyway.
So what happened at Fish, honey?
So at Fish, there were a bunch of porta potties
Right.
outside.
Well, I'm glad people aren't just peeing in bushes. That's
Yeah.
great. I mean, they probably were.
Are you pulling up a picture?
I am. I certainly
So
am.
while we were waiting for a porta potty, we were looking at the porta potty, and the name on the porta potty was Honey Bucket.
Well, I was at first when we first arrived. There's Win Your Own Honey Bucket, which Honey Bucket is the company, the porta potty company.
I kind of want my own porta potty now.
So you can win your own honey bucket.
Yeah, it says win your own honey bucket or $1,000.
Or
Definitely want a portable toilet.
I definitely want the honey bucket.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
we
like
need them.
Tailgating would be so much better after that.
yeah, like I'm sorry, but I would much rather have a portable porta potty called a honey bucket than $1,000. Maybe that's just me.
Please tell me this is where the name is going.
And the
that
selfie in front of the honey bucket.
yeah, so that's a selfie in front of the honey bucket.
nice bucket hats.
Thank you.
The honey bucket hats.
Yeah. Yep. We're literally talking.
honey bucket hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna wear bucket hats and wear honey bucket.
Are we
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm
Literally
I'm
a
so
bucket
serious.
hat with honey on it. The honey bucket. Yeah. Yeah. Amazing.
You're my honey.
Honey bucket.
We're full of shit.
Wait. Do we have names for songs? We have one of the
We
names for a
created some
song
great
is
ones.
Nugget, because like when you have like a pebble poo, you know what I mean, like a
Yeah.
nugget.
Turtle heading.
Turtle head is a good one.
We have a lot of really.
We have a
weird
lot
ones.
of like weird names.
like yeah.
What the
really
fuck
gross.
just happened?
Yeah. Yeah. So
I don't know where. I
Creatives.
mean,
yeah. Honey bucket
We're
is
creatives.
Honey bucket's gonna take over the world. Best DJ duo ever.
Love you.
Love you. So yeah.
Imbert.
So
we'll be at Imbert.
Well, okay.
Coming
Yeah.
soon.
I'm gonna need a honey bucket to throw up after how cute this is. After how cute this is.
Yeah. So going back to Emberd and like the days before Elevate Thursdays. So let me sort of direct you here. So first of all,
You're
define.
a great director. Thank you.
Thank you.
You might not be the world's best boss, but you're a great director.
Thanks. I've been doing
Six
podcasting for a while. So define Elevate Thursdays. If you were to give your Elevate if someone was coming into town on a Thursday in Tampa and they said, "Hey, Camo, what should I be doing tonight?" How would you elevator pitch Elevate Thursdays? How would you define Elevate Thursdays?
Y'all pretty much did it 2 weeks ago. I mean, last week when you announced it, when you said it in y'all's podcast.
Right.
It's where you go to hear music you can't hear anywhere else.
Yeah.
Do you like house music? You like real house music? Do you like dark, underground, weird, dumb shit? That's Ember Thursdays.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds silly to like I'm making a joke of it, but I'm really not. You can't beat the view.
Mm-mm.
You can't beat the venue.
Mm-hmm.
You can't beat the staff there.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably beat up the DJ. He sucks. I'm kidding. Me or you? No, but it's honestly a perfect situation, and I've said this before, and I'll say it a million times. I am beyond thankful for that I am responsible. That I'm part responsible for making it where it is. I mean, I said this in my last interview. It's not just me. I know that. I'm very aware of that. But it's nice to know that I've been a part of this, and I've been a part of Emberd since 2020. It was, I think, my first gig there was November of 2020. And
So, and that leads me to my next question. So, Elevate Thursdays, you would define it and talk about it as it's a place to hear real house music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, every once in a while you're gonna hear like, you know, next summer's next tech house banger. You know what I mean? But like, I went there and I was playing like low key tracks from from an album called Lucas by Cody Curry, just like chill vibes. Like ethereal music, that's early, and then later on you can get real funky and underground, and it's so fun. If you actually care about house music, go to Thursdays at Emberd. And that's not to discount other venues in Tampa.
No.
The Ritz has amazing music. Water has amazing music. Like there are so many different amazing venues in Tampa that you can go to for house music. But Thursdays
At Emberd, baby. It's unmatched.
I think I'm out of a job now. I got my own hype people here.
It is so
I don't even need to pitch. I don't even need to pitch anymore.
Yes. So
You've
now that
curated
leads me
such
to
a
my next
vibe.
question, though.
Thank you, Amanda.
You know,
and Levi.
Elevate Thursdays it hasn't been there for like a bajillion years. It is a relatively new thing. How long has Elevate Thursdays been going on for?
I'm doing the math. What year is this? 23.
Yeah, so September 23.
Was it? I don't have my phone. I can't look. But was it 2021? We started it.
So it's been about 2 years.
Yeah.
So okay, so before Elevate Thursday.
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
Okay, so before Elevate Thursday came into existence, what was Emberd's vibe before Elevate Thursdays?
So, backtrack. So, Armature's been around 5 years now. Open. The building's really old, but it's been around as a building, as a venue for 5 years now. Same as Emberd. And I didn't know anything about it. I just moved back to Tampa. And
From Fort Lauderdale.
Yes,
right?
that was Fort Lauderdale. Yes, I went Tampa, Atlanta, Fort Lauderdale, and I've only been up there like once, but I'd always seen. I think DJ Koo, Deacon. I know Koo for sure, but I'm trying to remember. There was only like a handful of DJs that were playing there, and like, God, I was like, man, I would love to play there. It's a dope venue. It's the views. Once again, the views.
Yeah.
And it wasn't what it is now, and that's no disrespect to Koo, obviously, because that wasn't the direction they were going in, and they were playing a lot of I don't want to say hip hop. When I did a November set, Aaron helped me out with his playlist because he was kind of coming in and playing too, and I was covering for him. It was like lounge hip hop, lounge rooftop vibes, just chill, lo-fi, some like Mac Miller, Snow Allegra, just
Sort of like R&B sing-alongs.
not even, but R&B, but still some hip hop aspects, some Austin Mills remixes.
Okay, like were people going there to dance, or
No,
were
they
people going there to socialize?
They were going to socialize and eat and drink. And
Okay.
that's just from what I remember. I mean, there's been a lot of nights at Emberd since then, so kind of
a really quick sidebar. On a Thursday, if it's like 1 a.m. and I'm drunk and I want to eat some food, can I order food from Emberd? Or
Not
is
at 1.
Not at 1, okay.
Sorry.
Never going back.
I didn't invite him back, so. Amanda, you're loud. Come on.
Thank you. My favorite place.
Yeah, so I believe the kitchen closes at 11.
But okay, but if I want something at like 10, I can
Yo,
still get
heck
food.
yeah.
Okay, so back to what you were saying.
Oh, talking about the music. So I did that lo-fi chill hip hop R&B from like November to February. And that's the year we had the Super Bowl. So that was 20. So I started in 20, so 21. Yeah. we had the Super Bowl in town. I had a lot of friends in town. Go Bucks. And all my old fraternity brothers showed up, and it was the Thursday before the Super Bowl, so everybody's in town. And I was like, I'm vibing. I'm back in the back corner. It's called table 90. It's where that little elevated bench is. That table is. That's where we were DJing, and I just started like, screw this. I'm going to start playing some big room progressive house bangers that we raised to in college, because that was all that was there. It was like all our college buddies, and it just the way the crowd reacted. I told Aaron, because Aaron was in contact with the owner group, and he goes, I think this actually is going to work, or something along those lines. And I wasn't part of the communications back then, so I can only assume what they were saying. But next couple times that we were playing, it was like, all right, let's try to go a little bit more housey, kind of like not a hard switch, but slowly blended in. And then Aaron finally got the Friday residency, and then he's got kids, he's got business to run, so he's like, I don't want to be out till 1 a.m. because that time we closed at 9 to 1. He goes, I don't want to be out till 1. How about this? When you get done with DJing PCI on Fridays at 9, drive back over the bridge, and you will do 11 to 1. I'll do 9 to 11. So that's how Friday started building and building. And then we added, then they had the Saturday night. So Brian Ferrito came in on that. And then we added Saturday 1 to 5. I took that one. So over the course of like 6 months, actually, I would say it'd be closer to a year. Over the course of a year, we just started adding shifts. You had your Sunday guys, and then we added the third shift to Saturday. So we had DJs all day. Then you had the first shift now on Fridays, which is 5 to 9, and it just kept building. Actually, I jumped before we even added the second shift on Saturdays. I think that's when Late Night Flights got brought in to do Thursdays.
So Late Night Flights was doing Thursdays before the Music Bureau.
Yes, and I'm going to try to see if I can remember this correctly. I remember Aaron had approached me and goes, hey, who do you think would work really well here? Should we call the guys over at Late Night Flights? Because we had just had them do Friday nights underwater at water. It was a really cool concept. Late night, not late night, like sun going down, have the late night guys come in and play. And that eventually, Friday nights wasn't really working out for them. So then Aaron approached Jason Kitchen and said, hey, would you want to do a Thursday night at Imbird? Jumped on it. It was beautiful. Bringing in a lot of reinforced sound. And
that's one thing about the Late Night Flights guys. They have
do
sound.
not play with them. They do not play. They are always going to go 110% in any effort they put in.
Yeah. I mean, like they own the pier. Like there's been a lot of there's been many events at the pier put on by various different people, and I've been to a handful of them. But when it comes to sound and just like drawing a crowd, Late Night Flights owns that spot.
No, they do that with anything they put their hands on. Though they put 110% in. And it's beautiful to see.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just. Lyndon.
Yeah, I know. Did you know him well?
I didn't know him as well as I should have. But we've known each other. I bought my first CDJs from him. Me and Kevin Cow bought two pairs of Eon 15s. A pair of Eon 15 PAs and 2 Eon 18 subs from him. I remember going to his garage, and I remember seeing the CDJ 600s, 800s. Doesn't matter. 800s. They were 800s, and I bought them, and he was instrumental in, just like Pedro. He was instrumental in our community. Sorry, I didn't think this was going to happen today. I didn't think we were going to talk about this. And the saddest thing is, and I've posted about it, the last time I actually got to play with Lyndon was at Pedro's memorial concert. Lyndon played right before me, and there is actually a photo of Lyndon and I with the photo of Pedro behind us on the LED screens, and me and Lyndon, we're doing a little switch over, and and Alvaro actually just sent me another photo the other day of Lyndon from that same night that Alvaro and Pedro's mom took at the show, and it's just, I knew Lyndon, and obviously, I mean, I used to rent equipment from him. I used to buy equipment. Always, anything I needed. Before I got to where I am now, I called Lyndon. I called Jason. Before it was even late night flights. Like those are the people that you knew could get you what you needed. You knew that was someone trustworthy, like a Coro. Like you knew you could trust him. You didn't need to second guess him. And that was somebody that was very special to me, and even though things didn't quite end as smoothly as they wanted to with late night flights in Inbird, it wasn't bad. It was time for a different direction. And that's when I was asked to take over, and I felt guilty. I literally had second thoughts about it.
About what?
When late night flights left Inbird, obviously there was something there, and so Aaron asked me, he goes, hey, do you want to take over Thursdays, me and you build from there? I said, yeah, but these are our friends. Yes, it's a business, but how do you, hey guys, you started this, now we're going, I mean, we didn't just take it from them. It's just they wanted to go do something else, and late Thursdays would not be.
Well, I obviously am not in late night flights, but what I would imagine is that they would be, happy that that Thursday nights were continued and respected in that way.
Yeah, but it's like when I got let go from Drink back in 2014, Kid You Not came in and played, and he asked me, he goes, is this okay? Because I did something stupid, got let go. That's fine. It was time for me to do something else. And Drink is Bar Howard, for people who don't know.
Wait, Bar Howard used to be called Drink?
Yes, DRYNK. And that big cube was not there either. Like,
I got to say, that has to be the dorkiest name for a bar I've ever heard in my entire life. Drink? Like, come on.
I mean, Cheap was across the street. That was not cheap at all.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no. Trust me, it's golden years of Soho. But
Drink and Cheap.
Yeah,
that's hysterical. And now, is Cheap now the
Cheap is
the Cowboy place?
Condemned building.
Oh, really?
At this point. It's that 2-story building right across from Bar Howard.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, I remember
now it's condemned.
Well, it needs to be. I think it's condemned because ain't nothing been in there in years, and there's fences around it. Yeah. But no, Kid You Not said, "Hey man, would you care if I did this? Like, bro, make your money. I'm not coming back."
Right.
Because he didn't want to seem like he was out for me, and that's kind of how I felt with late night flights. Like, I was there supporting them. I was a guest. Like, don't you try to take Thursdays from me? I'll kill you. But that's what it was. It was just I felt some type of way. I was like, I didn't want to seem like I was trying to steal something from somebody.
Yeah.
But they went on to do great things at Collective. What was the? There was like a outdoor venue out there in downtown St. Pete. Collective something. Then they did the Avalon warehouse. They built that out. Everything they do, they put 110% in.
Yeah.
But it's
so cool to see.
but now looking at what they are doing with the pier, is
incredible.
yeah.
Yeah,
I wish I had
and
time.
and now they have Saigon Blonde on Thursdays.
yes, great venue.
And they have and they have the Floridian Social on Saturdays. Yeah, that's so cool.
And it's I love watching them.
Yeah. And when it comes to Lyndon, I do feel blessed that I got to see him perform a number of times. I think I got to see him perform, anywhere about 5 times. No, less than that. Probably like 3-ish times. And I've said hi to him a couple times. I had Jason Kitchen in here, and we chatted. Him and I had a fantastic interview a couple months back. Unfortunately, I didn't have Lyndon on. I actually have DMs with him. I invited him on, and he said like, "Oh yeah, like we'll figure it out." Unfortunately, we never figured it out. But he's not someone who I knew well, but he's someone who I respected, and R.I.P. It sucks. Yeah. It's sad. It really is sad, and I'm not going to say much more about it because I don't want to disrespect anyone, and I don't really know anything about the situation.
Yeah.
Like you got to appreciate everyone while they're here. I love you, Camo.
Oh, okay. We already did all the I love yous.
Well, really though, I do want to say something though. Like I can feel my face even like start tearing. I appreciate you so much because I just remember when I wanted to DJ at Emberd so bad, and I can like feel it, and like I had no fucking connections, and I started taking Graham Radio super fucking seriously, and putting out content and making DJ mixes. And I got into the music bureau. It took a while. It took a couple applications, but finally, once I was good enough, I finally got in.
You're good enough for me.
Thank you. And I, DJ'd at PCI a bunch, DJ'd at Haya, and then I finally DM'd you. I had actually written out a couple DMs to you beforehand, and I was like, no, it is not the time yet.
It's like the text to your girlfriend or something like write it, delete, write, delete, write, delete.
Well, you gotta be like smart about it. Like I knew that you had a lot going for you, and I can't stand it when people who I don't know reach out to me asking me for something. It's like no. The answer is no because I don't know who you are and you haven't proven anything to me. So I knew that I had something to prove. And I felt like at the time that I reached out to you and said like, "Hey man, I would love to have you on the pod." I knew that at that time I had proved a lot. Like I had put out a lot of podcasts and put out a lot of mixes and I've DJ'd a bunch with the Music Bureau. Yeah. So I felt like it was time, and I feel like you recognize that. Yeah. And then you booked me at Emberd, and it was like that was like top 10 nights of my life. That was the greatest thing ever.
It was great.
Yeah.
And your little Darth Vader outfit was cute.
I like to promote.
I'm not knocking it. I'm saying.
No, I know.
It was great, and it's just like someone like. Oh, you're trying to look at my beautiful face again.
No, you're good. I'm just making sure we're all good.
Okay, but it's just. I mean, y'all discussed it. You and Josue discussed it in y'all's interview, and you touched on it. It's like it does take a while for someone to prove themselves, and you did. Josue literally. I still remember us on the golf course. We were playing out at Stream Song, and his uncle is he's just pushing him. It's like you should give him a chance. Like Jose would be out hitting the ball, and he'd be like, "You should really, really give him a chance. Like get him a chance." And I was like, "Okay." I mean, not disrespect, but I hadn't heard anything yet.
Right.
And then he's like, "I have this mix." And disrespectfully enough, not disrespectfully, but I told him, I was like, "Hey," a couple days later, "Did you listen to it?" I was like, "Nope, haven't listened to it yet. Haven't even thought about it." Not in a bad way.
It's just the truth.
It's just the truth.
Saying that is a lot better than.
But he knew.
Yeah,
but
man.
He knew
yeah,
it,
listen
though.
to it.
But listen to it. What did you think about it? Great. No,
right.
Because if it was terrible, I was going to tell him.
Right.
And it wasn't terrible. But then he was not relentless, but he knows the way to my heart. Golf, and but the more we got to hang out, more and more Josue and I got to hang out, the more I realized, all right, he's not a kid, but this kid is really wanting to do something with himself. He sees an opportunity, he's going for it, and I'm just like, all right, cool, come fuck around, and he did. And I was like, okay, come fuck around again, and he did. They started helping me set up. And due to all the really nice things y'all said about me in y'all's interview, gave him a raise. I'm about to give him another one.
Nice.
Yeah, I texted him. I was like, hey, you're getting a raise.
Yeah. I'm really happy that Graham Radio made that happen. Like, that's cool. Yeah. Boom.
Some people get racist. Some people get divorced.
World's best boss.
No, but I told Josue, I was like, really listen to that. And I know Josue is very special to me and what he does for me and for Emberd. I know it's very valuable. But at the same time, I didn't realize how valuable it was. And I'm not just talking about setting up. I'm talking about his development. Mm-hmm. His development as a DJ and now producer. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize that me giving him that shot, that chance, would allow him to grow the way it is, the way he's growing. Mm-hmm. His mom.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
His mom.
Amazing.
And I appreciate it. I would never take Thursdays from you.
Appreciate it.
Just like we talked at the beginning, I'm your prodigy. I'm learning from you every night, and I truly appreciate the opportunity that you gave me. And I took it to exactly what you said, to build myself as a DJ and have a crowd to play to, because this is what I love, and you know that. And I can tell.
And the passion's there, and I really appreciate you saying that. But was it the weekend your mom was there? Yeah. It was her birth. Was it her birthday that night?
Yeah. Not that night, but yes.
But yeah, and I walked in and I already knew. I'd never met her. No offense, I could not pronounce her name. I just called her Mama Unknown because I cannot pronounce. I'm really white, and it's kind of hard me to. And I have a list, so it's really hard for me to say things. But she was so kind. But I knew that was his mom. The way she was eyeballing him, and it was just her eyes were full of not just love but pride. Yeah. And it was, I said before he was DJing, he didn't even see me walk in, or he might have, but I was watching her. I said, that's got to be his mom. Mm-hmm. And she came up, and once he introduced her, she came up, big hug. Thank you for giving him this opportunity. I'm like, oh my God. But that's how it is. It's like, I've seen everything how he's grown.
Yeah. I mean, if you know, it feels great to give people opportunities. You know, like giving is better than receiving.
Maybe one day I'll give Amanda an opportunity to play.
That'd be awesome.
Hey,
oh my God.
I'm coming.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You've been quiet.
Really?
Yeah. For the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, what's going on with you?
I'll start talking. I mean, whenever I have.
Do you need more coffee? We have drip coffee.
I know we have drip.
Oh, I forgot to make
coffee.
That. Well, but you got stuff.
No, she made it for him.
New IDs.
New ID.
Proud of you.
Yeah, no, it's great. And actually, funny story. So I was putting up the row shifts because building them out last night. And I went back and looked. It did not say what I thought it said, but I thought it said Josue claimed Thursday shift at row, and I about lost my shit.
Why?
I know you didn't. You claimed a Friday. But
Thursday. Oh,
but
okay.
Someone claimed a Thursday, and I just saw the Thursday, and I saw your name, and I was like, I was about to call him and cuss him out.
Yeah.
You can't leave me. You can't. No. Old ball and chain over here. I need you. No, but it's, but I saw that and I was literally about to call you and cuss you out. I was like, you're not leaving me. Mm-hmm. But no, I don't know where the hell we were even talking. Graham, direct.
Well, yeah. We were talking about how Elevate became Elevate.
Oh, Elevate.
Yeah.
Wow, we really got off topic.
Yeah. So
welcome to the Camo and Graham Levi podcast where we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. So when it comes to so Late Night Flights left and then you took over. When did the name Elevate come into existence?
I think Late Night Flights. Late Night Flights called it something else. I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
Because when I say I don't remember, it's not because I was just a DJ at Emberd at that time. Did I help connect people? Yes, but now I guess that was the beginning of me kind of getting the position I am in now. But I don't really remember. I mean, it's better than Lifted Thursdays.
Yeah. What is that? What is Lifted Thursdays? Yeah, I saw that you posted something about that.
Yeah, I did post something about that, but no, we're
that's fine.
But I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, what a weird name, Lifted Thursdays.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah. Also awkward. Like, yeah.
Is that a like a date night at the gym?
It must be.
Yeah,
It sounds
it must
like
be
some.
something like that.
It sounds like some sort of garbage processing plant.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Lifted Thursdays.
Oh,
Lifted.
this is how I get in trouble.
Yeah,
I
And
love it,
makes me.
though.
It makes me feel like I'm at an airport. Lifted, like, ugh, terrible.
Ugh,
Yeah,
misery.
yeah.
Oh.
So,
An elevator.
did y'all hear about like have you been keeping up with like the John Summit thing with like Off the Grid and Experts Only? Like, have you seen that? Do you know what I'm talking about, or it's okay?
I mean, I know what Off the Grid is.
So yeah, so John Summit's label Off the Grid, it did not technically get sued, but there were threats of a lawsuit essentially. So have you heard of Off the Grid Campout? Neither have I.
I was waiting on like the no.
Yeah, no, I have never heard of Off the Grid Campout, but for a number of years now, significantly since before 2022, which is when Off the Grid Records came into existence, Off the Grid Campout was a music festival, and it was a music festival that had big or semi-big names, house music, the artists on it. I think it's a festival in California. I could be wrong about that, but it's like Off the Grid Campout. They have a symbol. Like, it's not like you just like some. It is sort of like a random festival. It's not as big as like Bonnaroo, but like it's a festival. People go to it. Apparently, Off the Grid. So from most people's perspective, they saw John Summit's side of things. Oh, like, I'm not gonna succumb to threats, and they're threatening a 7-figure lawsuit or whatever John Summit said, which is there's a lot of merit to what John Summit says. I mean, he has a lot of people behind him. He's a massive DJ. That's very, very cool. I read an article about that situation, and I actually read 2 articles. One of them from EDMastronaut.com or whatever, basically saying like Experts Only is the greatest new record label ever. Off the Grid is no more, but Experts Only. But it gave no information about like why and like what happened. So here's what happened. It's as simple as this. It was a trademark infringement issue. So like if you have a trademark, whether that be a logo or a name, Elevate Thursday. Like, for example, if Elevate Thursdays had like a symbol or something, you could register that in the federal trademark office. Excuse me. And as long as it meets certain criteria, like it's not easily copyable, and I forgot. There's a few.
Come on, lawyer Levi. Come on.
Yeah. So as long as it meets the criteria for a trademark, then it is your trademark, and people cannot use it. Like, the whole reason that trademarks it. Like, okay, let's say that you had a trademark on Elevate Thursdays, and the things that were too similar to it, like Lifted Thursdays, if you had like a symbol and they used a super similar symbol, then you could like actually send them a cease and desist, and that would have a lot of power behind it. But it's not the same name, so I don't know. I doubt that it would go that far.
Just copycats.
Yeah. So when the
the tea is piping hot.
Yeah.
It is.
So when John Summit released Off the Grid Records, apparently Off the Grid Campout started hitting up John Summit's lawyers. Hey, we need to talk about this. You guys are infringing on my trademark.
And they wouldn't have gave a damn about it if he never blew up either.
Wait, Off the Grid Campout. What is that?
Exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No. But
Okay.
that's the point.
That's the point.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, like So, have you seen the stuff that John Summit's been posting about Off? Like, so
No.
Experts Only, his new record label. Have you seen that?
Nope.
Okay. So wait,
He hasn't been popping up on my
quick
feed recently.
tangent.
I've been seeing a lot more Fisher recently.
Quick tangent. Something about Amanda. Sometimes I feel like Amanda
I live under a rock.
lives under a rock. Like, okay, here let me ask you 2 a question. What is Kanye West's most recent album called? Yes. Did you know what it was called?
Did you know that, Camo? Did you know
Donda.
that?
Donda.
I mean, I knew that, but I'm like, was it Yay? Was it St. Pablo? No, I didn't know. I
See?
knew. I
And then-
know.
It's not just me.
Okay, but what else was it recently that you were living under a rock?
Some movie. We were watching a movie last night, and it was something have I ever seen? Did I know who Lil Dicky was?
Lil Dicky. Have you heard of Lil Dicky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, didn't.
How?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, how does she not know who Lil Dicky
I
is?
live under a rock. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, because
I'm
we
an
were
old
watching.
soul.
What?
I'm an old soul. I'm not.
No, Lil Dicky is an old soul too.
Yeah, that's like 10 years ago. But now he has that show, Dave. Okay, anyway. So, John Summit got a cease and desist from Off the Grid Campout. Off the Grid Campout is like this teeny tiny little festival.
It's a festival.
Somewhere. And they sent John Summit a letter saying, hey, stop. John Summit's team reached out to Off the Grid Campout. And they said, hey, can we coexist? And obviously, Off the Grid
Said no.
Campout said no. And then, obviously, Off the Grid Records, John Summit, tried to offer some money to Off the Grid Campout. Like, hey, like, we'll pay you for the name so we can just use it. And in this article that I read, that seemed like a very legitimate article. I forgot what the
Number was.
I forgot the website, but that's the first thing I look at. Like, where are we getting this information? It was a reputable source. I don't remember what source it was. Sorry, but so according to the source, Off the Grid Campout said, I would need life-changing money to sell you
wow.
the name.
Oh, they were just going after him because he's John Summit.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm saying they're only saying that because you're like, all right, it's either you're going to pay us a life-changing amount or you got to change your name.
Yeah.
It was a win-win for them
For who?
for hanging out or
Off the grid.
off the
campout.
grid
Off the grid
camp out.
camp out.
It was a win-win for them. They were either going to get money or they were going to keep the name.
I mean, and they got a bunch of like recognition from that because a lot of people who would have no idea who they were.
It's a win. There's no such thing as bad press.
Yeah, well, according to Off the Grid Campout, a lot of like John Summit fans were like bullying Off the Grid Campout,
Well,
which I
do not disagree. I do not agree with that kind of thing.
I don't agree with that behavior, but I would need to see some actual proof of that happening.
Yeah.
What, a bullying?
Of bullying.
I'm sure
Apparently
online.
they had to take down one of their pages on Instagram. I don't know. But I would love to know how much money John Summit's label offered Off the Grid Campout, because Off the Grid Campout is their Instagram page has 6,000 followers. I don't know how many I don't know how many tickets they sell per show, but I mean, if John Summit's label offered them $50,000 to change their
They probably
name.
could have offered him $1 million.
Yeah.
But it's just,
Probably, but it's not worth it.
No.
Here's the because look at that cost benefit analysis. Like, how much does it cost to change the name to Experts Only? Like, all they I don't know what they have to do, but it probably doesn't cost it's probably not $1 million.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think like Ultra Music Festival and Ultra Records. They're not together. I would say
Really?
no.
John Summit started.
If I'm
So
not,
he did change it?
yeah,
John
it's
Summit started doing
Experts
the-
Only.
Okay.
Sorry, that's John Summit started doing the concerts. It was Off the Grid, so that makes sense. They were taking their press for actual festival.
Oh, now that makes sense. Now they actually have a legit. Well, we'll refer to our lawyer here, but that actually does sound like a basis for a lawsuit.
Yes.
That's different.
Thank you for bringing that up, because the article actually did mention the Off the Grid live events. Because if you have like Off the Grid live events, it's the same thing as like an Off the Grid camp out festival thing.
Now that makes a heck of a lot more sense.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe I'm just thinking out if I were gonna help strategize Off the Grid Campout's lawsuit against John Summit. And sorry, Experts Only. I'm just thinking out loud here.
No, Levi's gonna start getting death threats.
What I would do is I would.
Pushman's so mad right now.
Why?
I'm kidding.
Why?
'Cause Pushman loves John Summit.
I love John Summit.
I do too, but no, I'm just saying.
Right.
He loves John Summit, so I hope he's not mad at us.
So if I were strategizing a lawsuit, a future lawsuit against John Summit, I would wait for them to really infringe. I wouldn't just wait for them to have a live show. I would wait for them to have anything akin to a festival. Imagine if they actually called it. Did they have a festival?
Darren, it was in Wynwood. It was during it was during Miami Music Week.
Can you look up Off the Grid Miami Music Week Festival and just see what comes up? Yeah, because like if they had a festival,
It was close to it. I think that might have been what.
It was definitely like their artists, the artists that are assigned to
Off, but it was a festival. It was a.
Let me see. Off the Grid Miami Music Week. Okay, well I see a bunch of bookings for John Summit. Yeah, like. Okay, well, you know.
Doesn't matter. I think they were at the RC Cola factory or something like that.
Well, regardless, if it's like a multiple day event and it's called Off the Grid whatever, and it's like that's literally the exact same name as Off the Grid Camp Out. Now, it is unfortunate for John Summit that he started Off the Grid Records subsequent to Off the Grid Camp Out starting, but it is what it is. And honestly, Experts Only is a cooler name than Off the Grid in my opinion.
Yeah,
So
I like it.
yeah.
It's like my name's Camo, but there's Camo and Crooked, like who are
Camo and Crooked?
who are D&B artists.
Oh, is that a thing? Okay.
Yeah, so I tried to when I was trying to do like all my all my social media handles years ago. I mean, we're talking years ago. I was like, who the hell is this Camo and Crooked? And that's actually kind of how I kind of got into drum and bass.
Really?
Because I mean my name was Camo, so I mean that's what everybody just started calling me, and I was like, well, I want to be Camo. Then I was like, shit, there's Camo and Crooked, which is it's a group. It's the name of them. There's Camo and Crooked, and it's Camo and Crooked.
Okay.
And great artist, by the way.
Well, one speaking of Instagram handles, I've actually had some pretty big revelations about Graham Radio. Because I always have, I have Graham Radio, Lawyer Levi, Immersive Groove, Office Coffee Art, and it's all that across all platforms, and it's such a headache. It's like I really just want to focus on one. So I don't know if you noticed, but recently at Graham Radio, the username is going to stay at Graham Radio forever, but I changed the name to Levi Graham. And I'm turning it into more of like a personal brand, especially because now I'm producing. Like
That's actually smart,
right? Like because Graham Radio, like is Graham Radio, CNN or is Graham Radio Ben Shapiro?
Uh-huh.
Like CNN is like a news network, but that is faceless, other than like the people who work for it.
Yeah.
But I would rather be like
the face,
the face. I would rather Graham Radio be a personal brand because then people will be able to recognize Levi Graham, and plus Levi Graham at the top of a festival.
I mean, when I first met you and started talking to you, I had him on the phone with Graham Radio. Like that was it, and I was like, my name's Levi, right? I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, his name's not Graham.
Everybody
Okay.
calls him Graham.
My name is not Graham Radio, but my middle name is actually Graham. I don't know if you know, I was named after Bill Graham, who was the music promoter for the Grateful Dead in like the 70s.
Like that Grateful Dead.
Yeah, like that Grateful Dead.
Okay.
Yeah, and but Graham is spelled. Graham, but it's actually supposed to be spelled Graham.
That has always been a hard word for me to spell. Don't ask why. Graham has always been so hard.
Yeah, because it's really supposed to be spelled Graham, but I'm Jewish and my mom didn't want any ham in my name, so she just took out that second A.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, which I think is genius.
God, your mom's an OG.
She's great.
And
Yeah.
she's awesome.
Yeah, she's great.
Speaking of family matters, why have you never mentioned your brother before?
Okay, it's like the coolest thing ever. So my little brother Emmett, he is 8 years younger than me. So I started DJing.
Today's his birthday.
Today is his birthday.
Today is his birthday.
Wow, call him.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Someone grab a phone.
Also, I'm taking credit for the rebrand.
Yes, yeah, you've
been quiet, so I need you to step up right now.
A lot of influence from me.
Your phone's right there. Oh, no, it's in your pocket.
I'm great at directing.
Here, wait. Okay, we're gonna call Emmett and wish him a happy birthday. DJ M. He's trying to come up with a better name than DJ. I think it's just gonna be M, like EM, or maybe just the letter M. But we're gonna call him really quick. And we're all just gonna sing happy birthday. As soon as he answers, we're gonna sing happy birthday.
I'm not gonna sing on a mic. I do not want anybody to hear the singing voice.
Come on, answer.
I already got on video.
Come on,
of me
Em.
singing to you for your birthday.
Did he answer?
Hello.
Levi.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Emmett. Happy birthday to you.
Welcome to the Great Radio Podcast.
Woo! Happy birthday, Emmett!
Emmett, say hi to DJ Unknown, DJ Camo, and Honey Bucket.
What's going on, guys?
I love you.
I love you. I'll talk to you later.
All right, love you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
Nice.
Can we get a
Oh, I wish I had my soundboard. I have.
I know,
have it
I
off.
missed that.
I know.
missed
I
that.
gotta get that back in the
I was
mix.
sitting there like
Piled under
blue,
shit.
came
Yeah.
the blue button.
Yeah, so Emmett, so I started DJing in 2019 and back in my mom's house, and my little brother Emmett's room is right next to mine, and we would always hang out. I have two brothers. The other brother doesn't DJ. The other brother is a lawyer though.
He must not be. He must not be cool.
No, he's very cool. He's at UM Law. He's such a great student. Right now he's a law student, but he's going to be an incredible lawyer. I'm so excited to see that happen. But Emmett, he is currently a frat star at UCF. And
Definitely looked like one.
he just DJ. Yeah, and he just DJ'd at Elixir, which is so.
I saw
exciting.
that. I saw that. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, and like Tech House Bangers. He's playing College House. Like, it's great, but he's not playing like your basic ass College House, like, because Graham Radio is his older brother.
Yeah.
And I literally I sent him my entire music library. I give to him. Like, that is also his music library, because in the future I would love to have a duo with him. And so my number one piece of advice when it comes to DJing, to DJs, is produce. That is my number one piece of advice. And I told him that, and he bought Ableton. Literally yesterday, he purchased Ableton.
Happy birthday present to himself.
Yeah, yeah. I gave him $50 though to buy it, so that's cool.
Yeah, I rebought it again instead of using all the bootleg ones. I used to bootleg it all the time, and I don't do anything with it anymore. I wish I had time to.
Yeah.
I wish I had time to sit there and mess
Yeah.
around. Seeing him
yeah.
dropping an ID on. Well, I wasn't there, but him dropping an ID on Thursday pissed me off. 'Cause I'm like, God dang it! I know I can do it again, because we used to produce back in the day under
Yeah.
Royals, RYLS. We were on YouTube combined just on 2 or 3 songs. We had over 30 million views.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, it was not a duo. It was 3 of us, and it was kind of like I was the DJ, Carlos was the producer, and Dave Tracy, who lives in Ireland, was pushing the music and producing.
Okay.
He was DJing and producing in the European side, so it was a
Yeah.
group. But yeah, it's I sit and he dropped that ID out, and Carl Lewis has been sending me IDs, and I'm like, God dang it! I know I can do this again, but I don't. I wish I had time.
Well, Camo, didn't you just do a 75 hard or something, or you
Well, I tried.
Well,
how'd it go?
I did 60 days. Then
That's good.
Then Dom Dalla happened.
True.
Right.
Well,
As he
nonetheless,
does.
what I've so I downloaded Ableton for the first time in May 2022. I did not touch it until November of 2022, and then I put it down for months. If anyone were right now, September 2023, if someone were to ask me how long I've been producing for, I would say 3 months. I really started in June of this year, and it's I treat it just like a freaking workout routine. If you sit there for 10 minutes a day and you do it, you're going to get better at it. I am an example of that. Do I have any songs on Spotify? No. Do I have ideas for really cool songs on Spotify? Yes. And I'm the
Nugget.
no.
Yeah.
Well, we can talk off pod about some I haven't even talked to you about this. The idea that I had yesterday.
Go ahead,
he's already
air it out.
Damn, you move in, he's already keeping secrets from you.
I know.
That's
What
messed
the
up.
heck? I've been here one day.
Yeah. But nonetheless, Emmett did purchase Ableton recently, and he's a freaking sophomore in college. By the time he's a senior, he'll be producing for 3 years.
Yeah.
And with all this being said, one thing that I've talked to you about and to Emmett about is if you're gonna be in the music industry and you're gonna be a DJ or something, it's important to have some sort of income. And if you're doing what you're doing, which is building a business, that is equally as important and meritful than as producing. Like, you're literally building an entire network where you're going to be able to thrive off of it for years.
You're still producing. One's producing music, one's producing business. I mean, it's
One is developing venues.
yes, correct.
Yes. Yes. Well, we've been going for an hour now. This has been wonderful. What else can we chat
Dang,
about?
I was like, dang, he just cut me off. Just it's
I
like,
know.
all right, well, it's not getting
Done.
you know what? He's like, get out. All right, okay, dang, okay.
Well, what is there more? Is there more that we want to chat about?
I want to just continue to really pat you on the back for your ID that you played. I think it's great. So freaking proud of you. That's so cool. Because now I have more of a knowledge of production from watching you do it and learning how to do it.
Well, thank you.
So I'm very proud of you and very proud of you. And very proud of you. I love all of you.
Yeah, I'm just happy to be alive after Friday night.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You're free.
Oh my
Wait.
God, you had a crazy night.
Let's to end this pod. Let's get a play-by-play.
It starts Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday
Let's
was
hear it.
Friday.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Okay. I want a play-by-play of what has happened with you Thursday through now.
There's gonna be some redacted statements in this, but Thursday we announced. Well, actually, it's been leading up all week, trying to make sure that everything was good for Bird to open up on Thursday. We announced Bird open, and I had to go to Row to do a photo shoot and for promo for Row and make sure that equipment's working. So we leave Row. I've already had I've had 2 beers at this point. And this is when the 75 hard kind of thing doesn't work with me because I have one, then one turns into what happened Thursday. I had 1 beer, then go to dinner at Stillbach, and I go upstairs all right, I've had a beer, I had a drink downstairs, I'll have a drink upstairs, but I got to get up early. I haven't packed yet. I got to get to Palm Beach. Yeah, let's say I could not drive home Thursday night. I mean, I wasn't that drunk, but it was.
We had a good night.
I had a great night.
Yeah, you were letting loose.
I was having fun, and so then I go home. We're all still up hanging out, and I was like, all right, I got to go to bed. It's 3:30 at this point. Got to be up at 7:30. Get up at 7:30, literally hating everything about life, and then I got a phone call saying, hey, today's soft opening of Sesame, the Spotify and Sonos isn't working, which is a whole other thing. Sonos had a nationwide shutdown outage since Thursday, and it was still going into Saturday. So I had to go get dressed, go get my car from Armature, go to Sesame, figure out what was going on, got it fixed. Thank God. It only took 15, 20 minutes, but got it fixed, got me a nice fat pastrami egg bagel. Oh, it was so good.
If I had my
saw that
soundboard,
picture,
you
too.
would be hearing the. Brr, brr, brr.
Yeah, so then we go back, me and Christian, pick up a rental car because, don't want to put miles on our cars. Why? Go down to Miami. We stop at the gas station, Yard Junction. I was like, should I start drinking? I think I should. And Christian's like, that's on you. I'm like, all right, let's just wait. I mean, there's going to be alcohol flowing tonight, and we got a long night. I don't play till 2 a.m. And right now it's literally 12. I was like, I still got 14 hours before I can even start working. So we get down to Palm Beach, get to where we're staying, and I'm trying to word this the correct way without sounding like a pretentious asshole. The concierge of the place we were staying that floats on the water brings out 3 bottles of 1942. And he goes, all right, let's start drinking.
So fun.
And start drinking. And by the way, I haven't even prepped my set for Spazio yet. I had some stuff. Carl, he sent me some music. Carl Lewis sent me 2 giant Dropbox folders. Oh, thank God, I ain't got to do this work myself. I was so happy. I didn't have to go through Beatport, but I still went up spending $100 on Beatport. And sitting there all right, I'm really tired. I've slept 3 hours, been in the car. Christian would let me sleep on the way because he goes, bitch, if I'm going to be awake, you're going to be awake too. So I was like, all right, I'll stay awake. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go lay down for like an hour because we're gonna go to the Breakers and have a drink. Then we're gonna go to Pecan.
Ooh.
Then we're going to Pecan.
Baby, have you been to the Breakers?
It's so gorgeous.
It is so nice.
That was the
Okay,
first,
we'll
and
go.
I had been there before with a certain individual. I don't want to start mentioning names, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to redact certain things. And it's been beautiful. I grew up loving Henry Flagler. I did projects and reports on him growing up as a kid because I just thought he was an amazing human, and his buildings were gorgeous.
Yeah.
The Breakers is one of his hotels. And actually, where we stay in Palm Beach is right across the intercoastal from Whitehall, which is one of his homes. So, like, I was like, Christian, we've got to take you to the Breakers. Go in there, and he's just like, wow, it's beautiful. So I didn't take a nap. I said I was. I went and laid in bed, and I was like, my mind's running. I was like, you haven't prepped music, you haven't done anything. And you're in Palm Beach. You just want to have fun.
Yeah.
So hop in the shower, get refreshed. We start doing Jello shots.
Yeehaw.
Oh my God! I was
Oh,
like,
Lord.
after about 5 of them, I was like, all right, you gotta stop. The sugar content's killing me. Like I'm gonna have diabetes before I know it. And so we go to Breakers, and it's like 8:20, and we have reservations at 9. And you know how it is in those nicer restaurants. There's no leeway. They might give you like 5 minutes, but you better be there on time. So we all order tequila espresso martinis, and we look down. It's like 8:50. We still got to call an Uber. We still got to drive, like a half a mile to Pecan, and we're like still full ass martinis. We're like, all right, cheers. So I'm like feeling great at this point. Go to Pecan. I'm drinking a rye whiskey and mezcal al pastor cocktail. Drinking that, 2 bottles of wine. Christian drinking some like Negroni. We are going after it. Well, the DJ that booked me down at Spazio, he shows up there having dinner. And so we all leave together, go back to where we were staying. More Jello shots, more
So a lot of drinking was going on.
Yeah.
So you were
It was
pretty drunk.
flowing.
So then we leave. Technically they switched it up. They were like, "Are you gonna go on 12 now?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." We leave. We leave where we were staying at like 11 o'clock. Walk to downtown Spazio's, downtown where Spazio's is, and we keep bouncing around. Not going to Spazio's yet. Drinking. Going to a place I probably shouldn't have been, but like Camelot and all that, like just bouncing around. Yeah. That was one of the best sets I've ever had. So we eventually get there. Sorry. We eventually get to Spazio. It's supposed to play at 12. It is now like 1:45. I hop on and I play for like an hour-ish by myself. Buddy German Garcia, who plays at Emberd with us every once in a while, he goes, "You just want to back-to-back this for the next 2 hours?" And this whole time I've already been recording. That set,
Was it just wonderful?
It's great.
I haven't finished listening, but it's just,
Nice.
it's great.
Heck yeah.
I don't know where that story was actually going. I just know I'm still hurting. That's why I'm drinking.
And now you're here.
That's why I'm drinking
Pedialyte.
electrolytes out of my mug.
Yeah.
His second bottle of Pedialyte.
Yeah.
Second
Are you
bottle.
gonna put that on spot? Is it on SoundCloud right now?
No, I haven't. I got always when I do my live sets and I record, I always go back and listen. Now, if there's a real bad, I didn't fuck up, but if there's like a part in it, like I always go back and listen, and I will not edit out. I'll just trim it because I know towards the end of the night we are hammered.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we went through 2 bottles of Casamigos while we were DJing.
Oh my gosh.
So I know at the end we started doing just doing shit.
Yeah.
Like everybody's just going nuts. I'm like, yeah, probably the last 30 minutes I want to cut out. But yeah,
It's great.
and the
Nice.
rest of the night cannot be told on the record.
Understandable.
Great week.
Well, for the listeners, I love you. Camo, Unknown, Amanda. I love all 3 of you.
Love you.
you.
Make sure, for the listeners, make sure you're following everyone on socials. Everyone will be tagged and collabed on these posts. Make sure you're listening to the Immersive Groove mixes. Those are my 2-hour house music mixes that I put out every single week. And right now they're already incredible with, I started off with the CDJ 3000s. I got the DJM. Now I have the RMX. Now I have the the XZ. So we're about to get 3 and 4 channels on all these mixes, which is crazy. And I incorporate the guitar, which is right there. So these mixes are about to get absolutely bonkers, and I'm producing. So a lot of music stuff. And if you need to sue someone, let me know.
I'm gonna stop you since we never even talked about
Sure.
what's coming up at Bird.
Yeah, what's coming up with
I'm gonna
Bird?
add this at the end so we can cut it if I depending on when we release this. October 5th, Aaron Hirsch, who's been blowing up, just played Sexy Fish on Friday night in Miami.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ridiculous. Can I see your calendar, please? I just can't remember the dates.
October 2nd is a Monday, 3rd, 4th,
Oh wait, no, it's
5th.
October 5th, Aaron Hirsch. October 12th, Coco Drills.
Fun.
October 19th, all the guys from West Palm coming down. Adam Lipson, Mr. Trombone, German, Jay Martinez, all coming back. 26th, we'll do another LaCam because we do that once a month.
Amazing.
The best.
I can't announce it yet.
I'll bleep it out. Just say
No.
it. Hello, friends. It is a little bit too early to release these exciting dates. I hope that you're enjoying the podcast, and thank you so much for listening.
Some good weekends coming up.
Yeah. Wow.
Prep your liver.
Dude, oh my gosh.
Start your 75 hard now.
Yeah.
And knock it out in 2 days. All right.
For the listeners, I love you. Peace.
Woo! And I didn't throw up this time.
Yeah.
On this one.
Yeah. Did you use this toothbrush?